Hi, my name's Pete Rainford and you're watching the Rainford's Vineyard Project. Today we're going to get some fruiting wires up on these vines because they're growing really high, and I want to train some more laterals along the top of the vines. So I've picked the right day to do this. It's the hottest day in June on record here in the UK, and yesterday was exactly the same, broke another record. So let's get to it before the morning's over and before it gets too hot, before that golf course beckons. It's Friday, don't judge me. Right. So I'll just show you what we need. We need a wire going across from this post to that fence so that I can tie up some foliage from this vine here. And we need another one going from here over to this one here near the archway, because this one here is reaching its height. Then we need another one going from the archway across to the wire that we put across there so that I can top this one off and get some laterals growing across there as well. Then we need another wire from here to here, another wire from here to here. The growth is eventually going to come from this phoenix vine here, but at the moment, as you can see, it's really straggling, so I need to address that. I need to take that guard off and snip some of the shoots and just leave one strong shoot to get up this cane, hopefully by the end of the growing season this year. And then we have two potted vines over here. That's one, and it's doing really well. It needs a wire going across from that post to this post so that I can train the laterals. They probably would grip naturally to the fence, but I want to get some wires in so I can, you know, keep everything under control. And then over here we have another vine that's it's tucked away in the shade over here. It doesn't get much sun, that's why it's looking a bit sparse, not many leaves and that, but we basically need a trellis wire going from this post over to here so that it can spread its wings on its high part of growth there, and we'll get two more laterals hopefully. All these have now got a top fruiting wire, and they've got this lovely arch to go over. And over here, these have got a top fruiting wire as well. And I need to tie this foliage so that it can start training over this archway as well. Also, down here I've got two other vines that are struggling. That's a Solaris there and a Rondo here. The Rondo is now up to the first fruiting wire at least, and I'm sure by the end of the growing season it can make it to the middle and even top wire, which isn't in yet, so that's another wire we've got to put in across there. And this one will probably get up there too, at the very least the mid wire. But yeah, right, so I will crack on and show you what I'm doing as we go along. Okay, so first off, on this stretch I've already got some hooks in place here, and we can simply tie it off to the archway we'll put a tensioner in. So start this end. And we'll come across to here. Cut that there. That off onto this archway here. It's quite flexible wire, this, multiple strands, so it's easy to work with. Okay. And now I've got some small tie wraps that we can just put around these canes and the wires. Tie them tight, and that now gives us a good sturdy structure. Put one around this mid wire while we're here as well. Excellent. And we'll put one over there too. Okay, so there we go. Wire coming across here to these two canes, and then across to the archway. We could put a tie wrap around that post as well. Okay, let's move across to this side. Now here we need to get a wire going from here over to that one, and a wire going up to the archway, so that when this little phoenix fella down here gets going, he can finally get some growth going along those lines. Okay. Okay, we'll put a tie on there. I want to lift that stake out a little bit just to raise it. There we go. Now it's all in line. Let's take that off. And it's quite loose, so we'll tighten it on the gripple here. Okay. Ooh, 2 down. Just going to get some longer tie wraps for the ones on the posts here. Okay. Just helps strengthen things up a bit. Okay, we'll just tension things up with these tensioners a bit. Get out of the way. Lovely. And there we go. You get growing. Okay, over here. Okay, I'm going to put some hooks in this one. Let's go that side. Say hooks, they're technically an eye, a big thread. See that? When they get a bit tight for your fingers, you just get a screwdriver and poke it through and then twist. And there we go. Now that one should be ample to send the wires off to the fence and that archway. So in the commercial vineyard we'd have to have much thicker wire, and we'd have to tension every line. Here I've got a bit lapse. I've got tensioners on some lines and not on others, but they're only going to be holding the weight of one vine, not hundreds, thousands. So yeah, well, hundreds in a row, and because of that we can get away with a slightly smaller gear here and slightly less tension. Should have bought some bigger snips. They are hurting my hands because they're so small. Cool. Ooh. Okay, over on this last one we need to get another hook on the fence. I'm going to say roughly here. Yeah. And we're going over here. I'm not sure if you can see that through that vine. Let's go back around here. And now we're going to tie onto this eye here that we just put in. There we go. Okay, this vine needs a top wire going in. Gonna get a couple of these eyes in. These threaded eyelets. One. And two. What a lovely day. Whew. It's getting hot now, guys. 5 to 11 and it feels mid-30s already. So I'm not going around the vine with these ties. I'm only going around the stake, the bamboo stake and the wire, so as you don't choke the vine with anything too restrictive like a tie wrap. And there we go. So that's now got 3 wires on. Low, mid and high wire. Okay, one more to go. I'm saying one more to go. I just spotted another one that I've missed. 2 more. And then it's golf course time. Go and sweat buckets on a golf course. Okay. Straighten that cane up. And we'll have one out in here. and one about there. See that? Okay, we'll go behind the vine again, like so. Okay, a little tie wrap in there, somewhere. And there we go. Okay, the one I'd missed is over here. It's that back one there. We've done the front one, but not the potted one at the back. Okay, quick tie wrap around there. And there we go. That's that one. Right across there. So most of those lines I've just tied, I've done without tensioners, but you can buy these kits on Amazon where you get about 50 meters of wire or more, bigger kits, and the tensioners and everything else you need to do a professional job like this. And then you can tighten these up as you go. As more grapes grow on your vines, you can tighten these and it will stop the lines from sagging. In a professional vineyard, that's essential, of course, because you're going to have tons of grapes hanging off one of these cables, off one of these lines, so you need to be able to tighten them as soon as the going gets tough. But when you've only got one vine, you can get away with just you know, things a little bit slacker, so to speak, but you can always tie these up a bit tighter if need be. So that's it for today, guys. Just some trellis wire and some tensioning. I'll be back in a few days' time and we'll do some summer pruning, because these vines over here at least are getting out of control and they need cutting back now. So until then, thanks for watching. See you soon.